Everyone, how's it going? Hey, I hope you guys are having a great day. It was kind of interesting to me. Um, I've been getting songs or bands or things, that kind of music that comes to me in the early early mornings, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning anyway. So I'm a little slow. I'm just now starting to catch up on this to where I'm like, oh, maybe I need to like research this. This is like the fifth one, fourth or fifth one. So it was let's say three of them I didn't research. So I got "Cats in the Cradle" by Harry Chaplin. Boy, that was an old song. I sure remember that. It was like my child arrived just the other day. He came home to a world in an unusual way. um, And it was kind of like when you listen to the song, I don't know if you guys remember it, um, but he was always like, I'm busy now. He was always telling the kid, I'm busy now. The dad saying, I'm busy, I'm busy. It's the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue on the man on the moon. When you coming home, dad? I don't know when, but we'll get together then. We'll have a good time then. I don't know if that rings a bell with you. But it was kind of interesting to me that, okay, so at first I'm like, okay, it's a song, it's about dad to the son. But the more I start doing a little bit more research and the more I think about it, it's almost like a mirror. Like, I think the hidden meaning of that wasn't the dad singing to the son, but he's looking in the mirror. That's kind of what I'm thinking spiritually. I think it's the um, nature of life and the regret of being busy, when you miss things in the present. I think it's missing what's in the present, and you're busy, right? Oh, well, I'll do this later. I'll do this later. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to go. I've been wanting to go jet skiing. Or I've been wanting to go skiing. I'm going to do that later. I'm going to do that later because I'm busy. I'm trying to make money. Got work things going. I got this going, or I'm going to hang out with, a family member or a friend. Yeah, we're going to go out and we're going to go to the bar and go drink, and we'll do it later. Like, it's always putting off that stuff. And so I'm kind of thinking it's more, kind of starts ringing a bell a little bit. And as I was kind of thinking that, I'm like, okay. And then like maybe a day passed, maybe 2 days passed, and there was another song came up. Um, and I thought it was quite interesting. Um, it was the what came up for me wasn't the well, it was like I heard um Bee Gees. So I heard Bee Gees, Bee Gees, Bee Gees, Grease, Bee Gees, Grease, Bee Gees, Grease. And I'm like, Bee Gees, Grease. Like, I don't know any songs. And then I like kind of heard like these words, but I couldn't really make them out. And I'm like, because I'm half asleep, right? I'm half asleep. I don't know if any of you guys have had that, or you have a dream and you wake up and then, you try to remember it. By the time you roll over, you don't remember what the dream was. And I'm like, am I dreaming? Like, what is this, and I had a song, I think it was like, Grease is the word that you heard. It's got a groove, it's got meaning. Grease is the time, is the place, it's the motion. Grease is the way we are feeling. And I think it wasn't, did they do a movie? I know they had that movie Grease, John Travolta or whatever, but I don't know if this was, I can't remember if this song was in that or not. I don't know if you guys are able to leave comments, but maybe you'll let me know. But I kind of just thought, um, it just seemed like when I start reading the song, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm like, this is quite, it starts about, love and feeling and stuff, but um I was see if I can find any of these words. We start believing now that we can who we are. Greece is the word. So I kind of thought, well, now that we can be who we are, like we need to be who we are. Like we keep thinking, well, when I get this, then I can believe who I am. I can act like who I am. Um, this this is a life of illusion, a life of control, mixed with confusion. That's where we don't. That's where we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. Sorry, but I thought that life is an illusion, a life of control. Right? It's almost like we always say, well, there's my boss is controlling me, or other people, or whatever. But isn't it more like cats in the cradle? We are controlling ourselves. Like, we if we start believing now of who we are and what we can do, that's the word. That's what it's about, is knowing who you are and what you can do, and just believe in yourself, right? And you start living that way. And I kind of thought it was interesting. They kind of mesh a little, but I just thought it was really interesting. I know that if you go online and you look up the meaning, it says it's a slang term for the cool, rebellious, greaser subculture. It symbolizes freedom, self-expression, and living by your own rules. Grease is the word. Be who we feel, against comfortability. So be who we feel. Greece is the word. It's about freedom and self-expression. That's exactly. So I'm kind of like, okay, so maybe it's about me, and maybe I need to be doing that. Maybe that's what my spirit guides are telling me. But I kind of thought, I got this feeling like I should record. I kept saying record, record. So maybe it's for me, but maybe it's someone else out there. Maybe is going to resonate with you, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I keep saying, when this happens, I'll do this. If this were this way, I would do that. you know and maybe you just need to just do it, and that reality will become true, right? I mean, it's about freedom and self-expression. Then they both, right? They both are about self-expression. They're both about living, being freedom, and living in the now, living in the present moment. So, yeah, I kind of thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know what if you guys if you guys get any songs that come to you, or kind of how, what's that about. But I just really kind of thought this was interesting, and I wasn't going to share, and I kept getting this thing. This is something I should really share. I think somebody out there might resonate with this, and might also be helpful. I know it was for me. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, I think I get this. I think that's I'm getting it, I think. Who knows? Who knows, people? Anyways, thanks for listening. I'm glad that you're still watching, and hope you guys are listening, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I appreciate all of you. Thanks.